Welcome to Humble Point Marina. There's various parking spaces dotted around the marina, but you'll find our office located adjacent to the ketch rigger. We look forward to welcoming you on your charter.
So you're going to, having picked up your boat, it's going to have details of where the boat is located, the marina gate code and the marina Wi-Fi code. There's going to be some details about the yacht here, along with what we would want you to do at the end of your charter. There's a useful information pack or sheet detailing some useful information that you might need during your charter. One of the really key things is our office hours number and the out of hours number, and also sea starts number. Then you've got the actual details of the boat and your handover paperwork. So when you go down to the boat, you just need to make a note of any scuffs or scratches that you can see on the outside of the yacht, and any notes that you have to do with the inside of the yacht, just mark on here. Once you're happy with that, a little signature. Run through the inventory on the boat. The red items are your safety stuff. Once you've been through this, and it does go on to 2 pages, ring the office and our fleet team will come down and talk you through from the pontoon anything else that you need to know. On the return of the charter, make sure that you're here an hour, 90 minutes to an hour before you're due to exit the yacht. There's some reminders in here about how we like the boat left. Let us know if you have refueled. In the joining instructions there's some details about the new requirements for refueling at MDL, so please do make sure that you follow those. Let us know if you've used the dinghy or if you've changed the gas, and then let us know if you've got any losses, breakages, damages or defects on your yacht. Just pop those in there. We do like to know about any defects so that we can make sure that we can fix them. And then once you're happy with that, a little signature. So when you're coming up to the office, you will we'll also work through all of your paperwork with regard to your security deposit and any additional paperwork that we've asked you to bring. If you need any optional extras, please, we do ask that you've ordered these in advance to make sure that we have them ready for you. Otherwise, and paid for in advance. Otherwise, we can sort those out while you're in the office and make sure that you've got everything and all the paperwork's taken care of.
Okay, so when you finish with Alex in the office, done your paperwork, when you come down to the boat, go on the boat and go to the red Bible first, which will be on the chart table, and make sure you go through all of the inventory to check that everything is there, paying special attention to what's written in red, because that is your safety equipment. Once you're happy with everything, then you can give the office a call and one of us will come down for you to sign the paperwork and to answer any of your questions, or anything you cannot find that's on the inventory we will find for you. So if you've got any questions, then we can answer all your questions and also give you tips on the best way of taking the boat out from the berth. Hi, my name's Andy. I'm one of the fleet engineers. So when you first come down to your boat, on the chart table will be a red folder. This is what I call the boat Bible. In the folder will be all the information about the boat and all the certificates needed on the boat for charter. So when we first open the book, it will have obviously the boat name, and then obviously the boat notes and ship's papers. On the next page will be the yacht specification, which gives you the yacht name, type of boat it is, year of build, the lengths, drafts, beams, also call signs, MMSI number, cell number, and also importantly the diesel capacity and water capacity, especially if you're doing any long passages. On the next page we have 2 pages which is telling you where all the equipment is you need to know on the boat, as in batteries, engine, how to start, stop, where the shut-off valves are, obviously where the emergency tiller, life raft, how to use the water tanks, the anchor windlass, and also the mainsail, how many reefs it's got, storm jib, and the helm. So all the information about the boat is on these 2 pages. On the next page we have a diagram showing you where all the through hull fittings are, as in head sinks, outlets, toilet inlets, speed and transducers, so you know if you get any leaks on the boat, have a look round by where the through hull fittings are or anything like that. On the next page, which is an important one, is one again showing you where all the safety equipment is on board and where it's stowed. Next to that we have another copy of the inventory, but do pay close attention to what's in red, because that is all your safety equipment that is on board, and it tells you exactly where it is. On the next page we start going then through the boat papers. So it's just all the standard builder certificates, schedules, but an important one is your compass deviation card. So if you are doing any long passages, you just need to know the deviations for the compass. Apart from that, it is just all the certificates for all the safety equipment, and shows you that they're all in date and they've all been tested.
To switch the batteries on Weatherbirds, just underneath the chart table you have both your battery charger as well as a single battery isolator switch. This switches both the engine and the domestic batteries on, both whilst being isolated. This means you're going to run your if you were to run your domestic batteries down, your engine battery will still stay charged. As you can see, it is currently off. To switch it on, push it in and twist it clockwise. And that's it. So here we are at the control panel of Weatherbirds. Now, as you can see beside me, there are a multitude of buttons, each with their own purpose. If we start with the top left here, we have our anchor light. Now these first 4 are for your navigation lights. So if you look at these dots indicate what they do around the boat. So this first one, light at the top, or dot at the top, my apologies, is the anchor light at the top. As I go down, you'll see that the lights, the LED lights beside the button, switch on as I switch on, indicating that that is currently on. The next one is your steaming light. You can see because the dot is halfway up the mast and further forward of the mast. Again, the LED comes on, you know it's working. Third one down, we have our navigation lights, a dot at the stern and a dot at the bow of the boat. That indicates your bow lights and your stern lights. Next one down, we have our deck light. We can tell the difference between the steaming light here and the deck light because the steaming light dot is forward of the mast and the deck light dot is on the mast. Next 2 down, I'm sure as you've seen as I pushed the first one, is your below deck lights. So that is all your interior lights in your cabins and saloon. Switch them off. Below that we have our meters. Beside is the meter to show your battery voltages as well as your water tanks. Now below that, if we switch these 2 on, they turn our instruments on, which is your speed, depth, radio, etc, etc. Below that, with the picture of an anchor, you guessed it, is for the windlass. The windlass only operates when this button is on, and then you control the up and down via a remote control plugged in beside the windlass. If we make our way to the top right here, we can see there's a dot inside the bilge. That indicates that the this button turns the bilge pump on. I'm not sure if you can hear it below now. Second one down is your water pump, so you switch that one on and you have control of all the taps on the boat. This next one is the shower drain. So once you've had your shower on board, the water fills up on the floor. You turn this on and there's a button inside the heads that you press to drain out the water. This next one's for an electric toilet. Unfortunately, this boat does not accommodate an electric toilet. This next one is a high water bilge alarm, bilge pump, excuse me. This next one is for the fridge. This should be on for you before you enter the boat, ready for your charter. Next one below is our 12 volt system. So there is a little, same as you'd have in your car, a little socket there for the 12 volts. The next three below that are just spares and are currently not in use. So when your water tanks are finally emptied after your washing up and your hand washing, on the port side of the transom on weatherbirds you have a water filler cap. The filler cap down here can either be turned with a key or simply hand turn it and screw it back on, just hand tight. So here I am at the helm of weatherbirds. Now when we want to start the engine, we have the wheel here, and just below we have a few buttons. Now first you have to make sure your batteries are on down below, and you press the on button. This connects the electrics to the engine. Hold glow, so push this toggle up for 7 to 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and press this big black button. The engine will turn over and she will start. To the right of the helm, or to the starboard side, we have the throttle. To activate neutral, you can push this black button in here and put some revs on. What this does is puts the revs on with no gear, so you're not going to go backwards or forwards, but you're going to put revs on the engine. Bring it back to neutral and she will click out. To stop the engine, just below we have this black toggle here. If we pull that all the way out, it'll beep to let you know it's switched off, and to stop the beep, just press that button there. Now that you've had a lovely day out sailing and you want to sit and relax and eat your food, you're going to want to use the oven. To turn the oven on, the first step is to turn this gas bottle on, stored on the port side behind the helm. Here you can see a little black toggle with a button on the end. This currently indicates that the gas is switched off. To switch it on, you push that button in and flick it so that it's vertical. That means that the gas is now on at the gas canister. So when you're finally ready to hoist the main, at the aft end of the boom you'll find the white line, which is the main halyard. You can disconnect that from here and attach it to the head of your main. Now, your reefing system on weatherbirds, reef 1 and reef 2 are single line. This means that when you pull the lines from the clutches in the cockpit, the whole main will come down and your leech and your luff will follow. Your third reef, however, is slab reefing. This means that when you pull the reef through, you'll have to hook the luff end on the bull's horns at the gooseneck of the mast. So when you're ready to unfurl the genoa, you have here the black and white fleck line on the port sides beside the helm. This is your furling line. Beside here you have the port sheet for the genoa, and horizontal to it you have the other sheet attached to the winch. Now if you ever have problems whilst you're unfurling or furling the jib, please never put the furling line on a winch. Okay, what you can do is go direct into wind and give it a pull. You should never have to put the furling line on the genoa. That means there could be a twist at the drum or something else, and you do not want to overload that because you could end up damaging something.
The genoa is a standard genoa on the furling system. So please, when you're furling the genoa in, please do not put it onto a winch. If you have problems with the furling system and you cannot pull it in by hand, then there must be a problem. If you can't see what the problem is, drop the genoa onto the deck, give us a call, and we will sort it out or talk to you through it on the phone. Please do not try and winch the genoa in on a winch, because you could cause more damage.